Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Girls Show. Sparkles. Producer, ngicela ufake ama-sparkles la. Ifaka wafaka ngani-play man. It's Tana Mesh, as I said. Welcome back to the Girls Show. Have you subscribed? No. Weirdo. Subscribe right now. Then tell your mother, tell your grandmother, tell your aunt, tell your sister, tell your brother and your father and everybody else to subscribe to our Bob Melody podcast. Even if you're not a girl, I mean, there's a whole lot here for everybody. Do you want gossip? Do you want sensationalism? Do you want conversations? Do you want grown
women conversations?
Yes!
Yes.
That's it.
Grown women conversations.
And just like that, Nomfundo Kama, everybody!
Ta-da! Hi, guys.
Oh my God, I'm so excited.
Tell the people who I am.
This is Nomfundo Gama. Number one, Nomfundo Gama is my sweetie. She's my baby, my friend. We've been friends since high school. I don't actually know when we actually started being friends, but like we were always like cool with each other since 8th grade. And, you know, she was always great. She actually, at some point, she said to me, when was a pinky girl? Yo, like, no, but I'm not saying this. She's not a horrible person. She's not. She was that girl. Like, she still is that girl. She knows who the hell she is. She knows she's a superstar. She knows she's that girl. She's every woman. It's all in
me.
her. Nomfundo is a formidable woman. It has been nice to see her grow. It really has been nice to see you grow. I don't want to it's always nice, man, to see your friends grow.
Of course.
And to see their characters develop into these majestic women.
Yes.
Yeah. Would you like to tell my people a little bit about yourself?
I am Nomfundo Gama. I am a publicist and a makeup extraordinaire. Qualified publicist.
Qualified. Siyafunda la.
Publicist.
Hambani no graduate. Nika sihleli lapha ngama camera, sihleli ngoba sihlule impilo. No, singama graduates.
Ngine degree bakwethu ezami imfundo azange zinhluli ngakho silapha kwethu.
Uzofenda abantu. Fundika sama graduates. Hambo funda, hambo graduator. Don't ever look down on education. It is important for a girl to be educated. Go and get educated. Even if you want to be in this space. I am a qualified TV and radio extraordinaire. It's so nice to say that. So, I didn't just decide ukuthi yazini awuthi ngiyohlala phambi kwama camera ngoba impilo ngihlulile na ngisifuna isikolo because my teachers hated me. My teacher said that I wouldn't make it. No, uyabasukela bogange esikolweni. Okay, ungagange esikolweni hambofunda. Anyway, that's not the point. Today's episode is about navigating friendships in your 20s, and I felt Nomfundo was the perfect guest for this particular conversation because, one, she's very insightful. She says some of the smartest things. Like, it's just having conversations with her gives me literal goosebumps. We don't talk every day, we don't talk often, but every time we talk for hours on end, and it's always in the early hours of the morning. One time we didn't even sleep. Like, we slept
the birds were chirping.
Yeah,
the birds were chirping.
It was really nice though. It's always like a great conversation, and also because you are my friend, and I feel it's great to have my friend to talk about navigating friendships in our 20s. I think we've also had different seasons in our friendships.
Yes.
So in our friendship. So it's great to sit here and speak on it. It's not like constantly nice. Sometimes we took breaks from each other.
Yes.
And we always came back stronger and healthier. So that's what I love about this friendship. We don't need to talk to each other every day to keep this alive. We can go on like for months without speaking, and when we start talking again, it's always great. And it's never any hard feelings. But you know what? Let's get into this episode. Number one, I want us to talk about having to spot red flags in the friendship. So what's like some red flags are like not very apparent when you start a friendship with someone, or when you, even if it's been like 12 years into a friendship, you don't like necessarily see those red flags. Like it's something unconventional.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. So what are those red flags for you?
In a friendship.
Yes.
Let's switch it up. Let's say what is a criteria on how to spot the red flags.
I need to
Let's do it that way. So
I need to know about that.
So it could be, first of all, you're jealous. Don't be jealous. You can tell when someone is jealous or envious of you. And you see that when you're doing well and when you're not doing well. Because there's people that only thrive when you're miserable. So when you're having when you're at the bottom, they are there and everything, and they're so supportive.
Yes.
When you're doing good, they take a back seat. And it gives the illusion of, oh no, I'm here when you're not doing well. That means I'm the real friend. That means you are basking in my misery.
That is true.
That's what it means.
That is true. Because usually, I like that you actually used that as your first point, because I did say like, is unconventional. Because conventionally you'd say a friend that is only there when things are good.
Yeah.
So I really love that you said that. Wow. I've actually had something like that happen.
Yeah.
I've had something like that happen. And you don't really see it at first, because I mean, when you're going through things, you really hide emotion, and when somebody actually is there to like lend a shoulder, it's great. So for me, I'd say in connection to that, and this is something that we spoke about recently, is a friend with a savior complex.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
They want to wear the cape and fly in when it's raining and pouring in your life. And when things are going well, they're there, but they're not clapping the loudest.
Yes. It's like, oh, okay, you're doing well. I love that
sucks.
for you. And that's it.
That's weird.
Nisinaksanyana, man.
That's weird.
Nisinaksanyana. You know, for me, I'd say it is a friend that loves men. Oh.
So it's men-centered friendships.
Male-centered friendships.
Okay.
Boy crazy girls. Like, when, you know those girls that would just throw you under a bus to please men, like just to get a laugh out of, let's say we're sitting in a group, right? And there are men there, and they will make jabs, they will take jabs at you. Maybe let's say one man gives you a compliment and says, I really like that top on you. It looks really, really good. And then she says, oh, it really does, right? And it's so crazy because it doesn't look good on me and it's actually mine. You know, like those little, or like a guy will compliment you and say, oh, you look really beautiful. And then she'll be like, oh, yes, that's because she's wearing so much makeup. I don't need to wear makeup to look beautiful. You know, it's,
Yes, so they publicly humiliate you to get validation from the men.
Yes.
At your expense.
At my expense.
Got you.
And the thing about it is, a man is the easiest thing to get. Like, what is your problem? What is your problem? Stop it.
Yes.
It's like, and every time they do this, they always look around the room to see if, like, the men are actually, like...
Responding.
Yeah.
Responding.
Yeah. So, Sen, I want to find out from you, as a man, like, how do you guys... Are you a girl? Okay, as a girl then. Like, as a man, like, how do you guys find that behavior? Is it easy for you guys to spot that behavior?
I wouldn't say it as directly, but we have a sense of these things.
Okay.
Like umuntu mhlambe we can see lo ukuthi hayi lo ngathi akusumka no right for them. I think it's as you say, it does happen. Mhlambe nama I do notice ukuthi if there's this particular friend of yours, let's say unomfundo.
Yeah.
Unomfundo njalo ngimbona wena mazikutubela wena. Khambani kahle kahle. But that's where I start ngithi nawe kanti lempintsha kuyithatha now.
Yeah.
That's where I start wondering, and so that's where I'd say I notice on my end. But you had sad
Okay.
notice.
Okay. I see that. I see that. I see
Okay.
that. Yeah. Do you know what's another red flag for me?
What?
If there are things that in our friendship I can't do, and it's okay for you to do it, like rules for thee, but not for me, you know?
Okay.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
that's kind of like you're setting the power dynamics of the relation of our friendship. There's certain things I can't do, but when you do them, it's okay. Like I can't be late, but you're late, or I can't make certain jokes, but you can make certain jokes. Like, do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, because that means that friendship doesn't allow the other person to have room. Like you're not giving me grace.
Yes.
You want everything to be linear on your end.
Yes.
But on mine, it's supposed to be.
Yeah. So I'm supposed to tiptoe around. I'm supposed to be
Yes,
scared of you, like 'cause,
pretty much.
Yeah, you're setting boundaries, and I can't set these boundaries.
But
you know?
how is there a hierarchy in a friendship? That's not healthy.
And you sure that's why I'm saying it's a red flag because
It's giving Beyonce and Michelle.
yes, it's giving Beyonce and Michelle. I'm better than you.
But there's certain
And-
things that I can't do that you can do, and there's certain things that you can do that I can't do. Doesn't make me any less of a person or
That's true.
any less of a good friend to you, and vice versa.
The thing is about these type of girls or these type of people, I don't think they think that far or they're privy to those things. They might be, or they just don't care. But I don't think they really think that far. Would say, okay, maybe she's not good at this. I'm good at this. And not necessarily I'm better than you at a specific thing. They don't care. They don't care what you're good at because they're too self-centered to notice.
It boils down to what we spoke about having friends where you can have in-depth conversation, meaningful conversation. And they are thinkers. They're critical thinkers.
Oh my God,
They
I
are
love that
thinkers.
so much.
How do you
love that so
become friends
much.
with someone that can't reason and you can reason? The balance is you're not going to.
And it happens.
It doesn't become progressive because,
Yeah.
like we said, I think the biggest thing that makes our friendship thrive is the fact that we are able to debate on certain things, even the sensitive stuff, but we also are able to reach consensus if we're not agreeing. So we
Yes,
agree to
yes,
disagree,
yes.
but also we're able to play devil's advocate.
Absolutely.
And take accountability.
Absolutely. I mean, we both can be right and wrong at the same time.
Yes.
And it's not a thing of Guti, no, I always have to be right. My point is this and this is law. And we cannot change this. I'm right. I'm right. And she says, I'm right. It's like, okay, I'm right in my own capacity, you're right in your own capacity. And I can understand why you believe that and I can understand why, and vice versa.
Sure.
Oh, I love that so much. I love having the friends that I have because my friends are smart like myself because you know what, birds of a feather. Sometimes I made like some very questionable friendships, but it doesn't matter. The ones that I have now, you guys are smart and I love you for that. It's very nice to have a conversation with someone where we can disagree, but we're not fighting about it. It's very nice. It is so nice.
Right?
Yeah, I love that so much.
I remember that phrase that you said on our phone call the other day, the one I kept repeating. I was like, I can't believe you said something so profound. That was so good.
Yes!
That was so good. You said something so profound. You
I remember that.
Let me tell you what Tando in the words of Tando Mesh. There are flies in paradise.
Yes, I said that.
She said that. And a pin dropped.
Yeah.
She said that, and it kept me up at night.
Did it?
That sounded too smart for you too.
I won't lie, I was in my bag about that.
Nah, you were in your bag.
About that.
No, you were in your bag.
We were both in our bags that night because I remember I was talking to you about a friendship breakup that I went through. Well, one of the ones that the friendship breakups that I went through. And I said to you, this particular situation doesn't make me angry anymore. I'm not sad about it,
Yeah.
but I'm still bothered by it. And I was like, okay, because I've started to get into this thing where I analyze my feelings. Because your feelings are your friends, right? They're very telling.
I want to laugh so bad.
What?
He almost fell.
It did.
Okay.
did.
Yes,
It was
I'm
going to be very
listening.
quick though, because he's just, yeah.
Okay, I'm listening.
What was I saying? Oh, yes. I said I was getting into this thing where I analyze my feelings and I want to know why certain things trigger me and why they make me feel a certain way, right?
Yeah.
And I said to you, I don't understand why this thing is still bothering me because I'm not angry about it, I'm not sad about it, and I anticipated that there would be a breakup, I just didn't know how it would happen.
Yeah.
And then you said to me, I wanted to put a name on the feeling, like I can put, okay, that's anxiety, okay, that's sadness, okay, that is, but there was no name, there was no label to the feeling, and you said to me, she said something so profound. She said to me, you're going through withdrawals. And I was like, wow, that makes so much sense. Because we don't...
I said that.
Yeah, she said that.
said
We don't think of friendships as relationships, but they are. They are.
Yes.
Like a friendship is a form of a relationship. And you know when you go through a breakup with someone, you break up with them, even if you're not sad, you'll still like miss them, you know, because
Yes.
this was once somebody that actually really mattered to you. And you're used to having them in your life. So you're just going through withdrawals. It's going through a breakup because you'll think about them every now and then until you don't anymore.
You'll have triggers. It's literally like a breakup. You'll have
It
triggers.
is.
You will have flashbacks. You'll have the good memories. You'll have the bad ones. Everything will come back. That's a part of the healing process. I think it was what you were going through was you were purging.
Yes, I
You were
think so
purging.
too. Yeah.
So
yeah,
it's like the phrase where they say you opened the can of worms. So it was filthy, it was messy, it was a feeling that you could not describe, you couldn't put a finger on it, you were confused, but you were also hurt because obviously when you go into a friendship and it's fruitful and whatever, and we spoke about codependency and all of those things, it's harder to find yourself after that and navigate.
That is so true. That is so true. I want us to get into codependency, right? But I want us to get into codependency by speaking of healthy and unhealthy friendships.
Okay.
Because you can be good friends with someone, that friendship may be unhealthy, or you guys may have things that you do together that are unhealthy, or, you know, little, like those things. So I want us to talk about those things, and I want us to specifically speak of codependency because I feel that in my friendships previously, not now, like I feel I'm learning more and more about myself as time goes on because life isn't black and white.
Sure.
I'm a good person, right? I am a good person. I know that. I don't need anybody else to tell me that I'm a good person. But it doesn't mean that I am not capable of doing bad things, or even when my intentions are pure, I can't control how somebody else receives them. Somebody else might not receive something as I intended it to be received. Like, they may be hurt by my actions, even though I am a good person. I had a point, I promise. I had a point, but
Let me pin on that because
Okay.
we did have a chat about it.
We did.
And we spoke about how an apology is structured around that.
Okay.
So you can be in a friendship and someone doesn't afford you the grace of mistakes, right? And then, okay, let me make like a practical example. You do something to me,
Okay.
and obviously I expect an apology from you.
Absolutely.
And I tell you that, Tando, you hurt me. And you're like, I'm sorry you feel this way. You are sorry that I feel this way.
Yeah.
Your intentions may have been pure, but your action was still wrong. You need to apologize for the action. Your intention did not affect me. Your actions did.
Yes.
So in your apology, it's, I'm sorry I did A, B, and C, and I apologize that it hurt you so bad. This is how I can get better, or how
Yes.
can I do to fix this?
To fix this, and how can I do better?
You
in
can't
the
say,
future?
I'm sorry you felt that way. I didn't mean it like that. That's
That
toxic.
means you don't want to apologize. You don't
No.
care that your actions hurt me.
You're being stubborn on the fact that you intended it to be a good thing. But your intentions mean nothing. You still screwed up.
Yeah, you still hurt me.
You messed up.
You still hurt me. It doesn't
So
matter.
apologize, Gashi. I am sorry I did this. And it made you feel this way.
And
That's an apology.
Don't justify your actions and say, no, I'm sorry I did this, but... or I did this because...
Immediately
or I did-
no.
Yeah, it's like an immediate no. I mean, you
No.
can say, Guti, I'm sorry that I did this. When I did this, I intended this, and I can see why it was not received in that way. And so I apologize for making you feel that way. Not, I'm sorry you feel that way. No, I'm sorry I made you feel that way.
Sure.
Yes. Oh,
Right?
yeah.
But people don't apologize like that anymore.
Did
People say, "Oh, sorry."
Did people ever apologize like that?
I think we're in an age where we kind of just have learned to deal without getting an apology. I think now we just shove things under the rug. We don't address things. People don't take accountability.
That's
People
true.
don't want to own up and get better. People are stuck on their way and accept me as I am.
Yeah, this
Mos.
is just how I am.
Nje
This is
mos.
just how I am. No, you're horrible, Dimakazo. Stop being like that.
Nje mos.
But
Manje, ungithole nje. Manje.
manje.
Oh.
Ungafuni.
Monga yekela.
Sala.
Yekela.
Yekela.
And then how is that
Yeah.
helpful?
That's
not
true.
helpful.
That's true. I'm gonna tell you something that I realized about myself when I went through a certain breakup with a very good friend of mine. It still hurts today. It happened. Is it 3 years now? No, it's 2. And what I realized about me losing that friendship is the fact that I was emotionally immature. I'm not emotionally immature anymore, but at that point, I was so emotionally immature because, yes, that person hurt me, but I could have let them know
Yeah.
what they did. And into engiyenze ukuthi ingafiki to that point where we actually talk about what happened was because I was afraid of confrontation. I was afraid of confrontation. And this breakup happened at a time where I was going through,
The whole world was crumbling.
It was the first time in my life where so many things were happening all at once and I had to figure them out on my own. I was dealing with the loss of my mom, dealing with the fact that I wasn't grieving. I wasn't allowing myself to grieve. I was dealing with having just come out of an abusive relationship, then getting into another abusive relationship, even though that one wasn't physical, but it was getting to that.
Sure.
Coming out of an abusive relationship and getting into another one and losing that relationship and losing the other relationship. I was dealing with something big that was happening in my personal life, which I will not speak about here. I was dealing with that. I was dealing with having to drop out of school because my mother was gone and I couldn't continue to go there because fees, hey guys, I do repost in media house. And I was just dealing with a lot at the same time. And that thing was easily the easiest thing out of all of these things. It was the easiest hurdle. It's something that could have been fixed. But because at the time, I was so emotionally immature, that's what ultimately led to the demise of that friendship.
But you didn't have the capacity to handle it at that time because there was a lot going on.
I agree.
I think that's where my sentiment about forgiving yourself comes in. You didn't physically and mentally have the capacity to be addressing friendships at that time.
That is so true.
How am I supposed to be
That is so
worried
true.
about a friendship that's crumbling when there's other aspects of my life that are crumbling? I do not have the time or the mental capacity. It's a lot going on.
It is. It
Yes,
was,
you could have
it
addressed it, but
was.
you didn't have the capacity then that you do now.
No, I didn't. And I think what upset me the most about that thing was the fact that this person knew.
What was going on?
They knew, they had, and I tried to hide what was going on from them because I was like, I want to go through this by myself.
Yeah.
Right? I felt at that moment that I needed to go through those things by myself.
Mm-hmm.
Those things were necessary it was necessary for growth for me to go through those things. What I am grateful for though, if this friendship breakup is a friendship pause, okay, it could be a friendship pause or it could be an indefinite breakup, right? It was necessary because there is growth that I grew that I would have never grown.
I think it reconciles back to our point of codependency.
Absolutely.
Because I always phase codependency as this person is your crutch. You need this crutch so much, or you use it so often, you forget to use your left leg. So you have one leg and your other leg is your crutch. So when this crutch decides to fail you one day, you're paraplegic.
That is true. That's
what
I
the
said.
friendship was.
It was, and we both knew. She and I both knew. We would say it all the time that we are so codependent on each other. Like we couldn't do things without each other, like major things without each other. I would go out and have lunch by myself. I think she'd do the same. she would go out and have lunch. Maybe she'd go and have a boyfriend. I'd go and have a boyfriend. But also, our partners knew that this person comes first, and when this person shouts, I have to put you in the back pocket. You
guys behaved like twins.
Yeah, we did.
You guys were conjoined twins.
We were.
You guys were conjoined twins.
We were.
And that's why I'm saying that as much as that friendship could be a pause, could be indefinite, we don't know. But I think the growth is necessary for both of you.
Very, very necessary.
For you guys to also rediscover who you guys are as individuals. Because that's not normal. Even twins move on and have husbands and children and
they
relocate
have
to
their
different
own lives.
places.
Yeah.
You can't, you cannot have a
is
crutch
so
your whole life.
That is
You
so
cannot have a
true.
crutch. Because this is what happens, right? You create a routine or a pattern with this person. So you expect a good morning text, you expect a call at 3 p.m., you expect when you go shopping, you guys want similar things. You guys morph into one person.
We
God forbid
did.
that person dies one day. Your entire identity
It crumbles.
goes to the
It
grave with that
diminishes,
person.
yeah.
Because you don't know who you are.
Without them.
And you end up consulting them on making decisions. So you don't trust your own mind anymore. You share a brain. So I need to decide if I want to wear black and white. Hey, Tando, what do you think?
We
what do
did
you
that a lot.
think?
We did that a
Tando,
lot.
I'm having a headache. Are you feeling bad too? Oh, do you also feel a headache?
We did
That's
that
not
a
healthy.
lot. We did that a lot. Like, you know, it's like, okay, I'd get dressed and be like, this is this outfit good? And like, give her a video call. Doesn't matter what she's doing. I don't care. You're at school? Fuck that. Look at me
I'm
right
with
now.
my man. Why am I?
It doesn't matter. Look at me right now. Do I look good enough to go outside? But that was on my side more than was. She
Yes.
was very, because I feel she's a firstborn, right? And she had
Yes.
to grow up by herself a lot. So she was very grounded in who she was,
Okay.
right? In let's say she was grounded in who she was 60%.
Sure.
The other 40% was
You.
me. Yabo.
Okay.
For me, last born. I understand.
You're
ukuthi
needy.
I'm
You need guidance.
Ngidinga guidance.
Yo.
And I remember having this conversation with my mom the week she passed. My mom and I spoke about, we had a conclusion on so many things. And
Yeah.
it wasn't even a long conversation. It was literally like a 10-minute drive where she concluded so many things. And I said to her, you know, I'm not used to taking care of people.
Yeah.
I'm used to be taken care of.
Sure.
She is used to taking care of people. So it's like a match made in heaven.
Yes.
She becomes then the mother in this relationship, and I become the child. So my mom drops dead, cool. And then she's there.
Yes.
I still have somebody who I'm like looking to for like emotional support, for any kind of support. It was very codependent. I think
was.
for her the codependency came in having the need to take care of someone, and mine was in having the need of being taken
Care of. Yes.
And
Yes.
it's here when that friendship ended, it became. I found another handbag, which was Abraham. If you watch the previous episode, if you haven't, go back and watch the previous episode. I broke up with Abraham.
Yes.
But at the time that I'm breaking up with Abraham, my breakup with this friendship is also happening. So when when I decided that, okay, I'm no longer speaking to this person, like I'm not going to deal with it because I don't have the emotional capacity or the mental capacity to deal with this situation, Abraham is there. And then I took Abraham and he became my handbag.
He was the hero.
Listen here, I took him
He
everywhere.
arrived on time. Abraham arrived on time and was the hero and replaced the crutch.
Yes.
So he became, what do they call Lindu Lezabumkulu konje?
Walking stick.
No.
Itutondolo.
Konje, no, ngesuit they call it konje ini?
Utondolo.
Umlamo, I think, something like that.
Remember
but
when
it's
you
just
used
a
to
stick.
sing that song about?
Yeah, pora yang. Yeah.
But yeah, like then Abraham became that. He was my handbag. I paraded him around everywhere.
Yes.
Everywhere. And
He was, I'd always describe Abraham as he was charismatic, charming.
It
was giving cult leader. It was giving cult leader.
You didn't say this.
Yes.
Yabana Abraham
Yes.
could have a cult, and people,
Yes.
and it would be women.
Yes. The charismatic character that he was, good looking, charming, cult leader.
Narcissistic.
Cult leader.
Narcissistic.
Cult
And with him,
leader.
it wasn't even the grandiose narcissism. It was victim narcissism. My life sucks, therefore everything should be about me.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, you Abraham became mad. Yo.
So you substitute people as crutches. So if you don't want to do it anymore, or I need to find an alternative quickly because my other foot cannot work on its own. I need to have a stick to help me walk.
And
I need 3 legs.
And I do it so very quickly. And I used to do this, not even maliciously. I'm not cognizant of the fact that I am actually doing this, you know. And into like that woke me up is this recent one that happened. And I was like, no, actually, yes.
You know what I think? I think as we're sitting here, I can use the analogy that codependency is like a drug. It's like a drug because you need the fix. So when we spoke about you need to substitute the characters so that they assume the role of being your crutch. It's like you scrambling in your bag looking for the fix. Every time you're in a crisis, you scramble in your bag to look for. So in this analogy, it's, oh my gosh, I lost a bag of weed or whatever, and I need to smoke now. Now you're scrambling in your bag, you're scrambling in my bag.
Yeah.
And then you find it in my bag and you use that. I think it works the same way. I don't know if I'm making sense.
You are making sense, and also because your bag is the closest.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
And wena ngekumind emosi.
Anyakumayi, nangisho uyanithanda.
Ukutuza lana ngiyayithatha.
Oh, angikutshontshele.
Oh, angitshontshi.
Angitshontshi.
Angitshontshi
Noma ngabe
mina.
bayenza umtshontsho omkhulu. Phela ngeke ngaba yi-criminal mina. Ngacishe ngaboshwa. Hey, guys. Story for another day. bro.
Leyo, kumele wenze i-story time wena.
Sengisenzile sokuqala. Sizophuma kasikda. Well, at the time that I would see this, it would have been out already.
Yeah.
But yeah, you mntanami sesikhuluma ngami besikhuluma ngala friendship as
Yes, but we always reconciled the topic back to codependency because that was the subtopic.
Yes, that was the subtopic.
Yes.
You. And Nesham, I've always had that. Always. I've never not had that.
Yeah.
I'm thinking back to even my first friendship. We were 4 or 5, but Uqolo was everywhere with me, hey? We were everywhere together, and he was a boy, and people didn't really understand us. But we were so cute. We were so cute. There are pictures where they'd make us dress up the same at Christmas. Or like at Christmas, we never go to afake iskipa esimhlophe nebhrukonyana eliformal.
No, there's this favorite picture of yours. I'm going off topic. There's this favorite picture of yours with your parents, and you're like this. It's my favorite picture ever. It's my favorite picture
that
ever.
That picture shows that I was
Ever.
such a menace.
You've been plotting.
You've been plotting.
Been plotting.
Birth. And I think I was 3 in that picture. I was 2 or 3. And I was just like, yeah, what am I doing next? But you see, now having a child is problematic because it was my mom's wedding. Tell me why I had the
picture.
same. Yeah, tell me why I had the same hairstyle as her. Why?
Ngoba phela uyi-flower girl. What do you mean? That was the aesthetic then. How duh.
I have a feeling that I cried to have my hair the same.
Oh my gosh.
Because how dare she look better than me?
It's her wedding. It's her wedding.
How dare she?
Go get you a man and get married. Then you can.
I did get married on Christmas. Okay, thank you very much. I'll find that picture. He said he still has it, so I'll ask him to send it to me. Yeah, but yes, let's get back to this. We're digressing.
Yeah.
Healthy and unhealthy relationships. So I spoke specifically about this because I like to speak on things that I understand fully because it's one thing to talk about something. Yes, I can understand the subject and speak about it. But if I've actually went through it, then I can actually tell you from my experience. So
Yeah, you've got context.
Yes, it further validates what I'm saying. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Yes. So also, I want us to talk about healthy friendships. Sparkle.
Bling, bling, bling.
So, Mpemi, what by the way, if you're not Zulu, Mpemi doesn't mean we are Pema. It means friend, okay? That's what I thought when she gave me this name. I was like, why?
I'm the nickname
What?
giver.
Why are you giving me that nick? Why? You know? But
Because
no.
she used to go to KZN a lot.
Yeah.
And I don't have relatives.
You don't have a Makaya.
From the rurals.
A
I don't
Makaya,
have
Makaya,
Makaya.
Makaya.
Makaya is here. My Makaya is here. I don't have a Makaya. So when she say, oh yeah, we're going. Oh, and then my accent changes. Oh, suyahamba yini?
How baby? How babe?
Usubuyile.
Yeah. And I'd always come back with an accent.
Yes.
But
Then we'd have to untangle it. Good to, okay, now
Yeah.
you're back. Get back to
But
Joburg.
do you know what I noticed? I lost my Zulu accent. It's not there anymore.
It's not as thick. It's there, but it's not as thick.
It's not as thick anymore because nalo muntu bekasikhulumisa isiZulu ekhaya is not. Well, ekhaya they still speak like that because I don't talk as much. I don't think I'm.
Dago isilungu nje wena.
Hey,
Dago isilungu. There's no nah.
abazali bami bayibhadalele school fees.
Isilungu. Isilungu.
My name is Tando Mesh.
Yeah.
Sibhadalele lesingisi. Sibhadalelwe.
Awuzabe
This is
usiphoxa
my-
isibaningi. Uzabe usiphoxa isibaningi.
Asithi ku-wrong mara hayi.
Ku-wrong asiyikhondoni.
Nomfundo.
Ku-wrong.
Mara I'm saying ukuthi abazali bami basikhokhele lesingisi and ngiyi-return on investment le.
Period. It's Tandomish. This is the part where nifaka
Yo, I'm telling you, he has a lot of editing to do. No, but even for the previous video, clips with our insights, he's going to have the time of his life editing. Ube safety, man. Ube safety. Maria, what constitutes, I was about to ask you this question, what constitutes a healthy friendship for you?
Healthy friendship is, like I said earlier, a friendship that allows me to be myself, a friendship where I can be free, friendship where I am also not taking the other person for granted. Yes, we're free, we speak however we speak, but also I have your feelings in mind. I have your feelings in mind and your point is valid. I validate your feelings. You might be going through such a problem that I feel is so micro and insignificant, but it's a problem to you. That's what I think is a healthy friendship. Friendship where we're not a burden to each other. We're grown. We do not have to speak every day.
No, and no same
We do not have to speak every day, and also we give each other the room to grow as people. We're growing into our careers, we're growing into our personal lives, we're growing spiritually, we're growing mentally. It's a journey.
That is so true.
And a person decides every day to be a part of the friendship. Likewise with relationships. Allow me the free will to make decisions. If I say, I say, you know what, Tando, I'm so overstimulated right now. I think I need some space to think. You shouldn't take it personally because you know me.
I shouldn't.
You can support me from afar
Yes,
and still be my friend.
absolutely.
And understand that I will circle back when I'm in a better space. When I am able to be a better friend to myself and to you.
And to you.
Yes.
Because if I'm not giving myself that space, it's a disservice to myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you want me to rob myself of sanity, essentially, just to maintain the friendship. How good am I to you? That means I add no value because I am going to be a shitty friend.
That is true. That is so true.
I'm going to be a shitty friend to you because I'm not in the best mental state to be your friend right now. I'm stimulated. There's a lot going on. I can't. So if I'm asking for space, understand that it's not personal. And
It's not.
And also, a healthy friendship is where I'm able to sit and know that wherever I am in the world that, okay, my friend has got my back. in whatever way. And also think the best of the other person. Also understand that I'm human, I will make mistakes. I will fall short, but also be able to redirect me. You need to have friends that are able to call you out.
True.
If your friends don't call you out, you will make mistakes for sure. You need friends that will call you out with, nah, your behavior was bad.
Yeah, you need to.
Circle back. Come back. You're getting too cocky, come back. And they mean that in the best way.
In the best way possible.
In the best way possible. That's what I think is a healthy friendship.
You're right. You're right. And that is something that I am also getting used to doing now
Yeah.
for my friends as well. And I'll tell you. And for me, it's especially because my friends haven't been very badly behaved. They've been well behaved. The issue always circles back to the relationships. I will always feel like nobody deserves my friends. You guys are too good for these men. You are too good for these men. So it comes in where I tell you, ngicela ukuthi ublock lowo muntu. Or nje ngikutshela ukuthi imlahle. Yazi imlahle. Ake ngize ngithi
Lahla siya. Konje ithini? Nalibala
Yeah.
And batlo
shapa. So me, I'll tell you, ukuthi azini ne umlahle. And it's not, back then it would be, maybe yazi uyagoa. Maybe wenza ini. Ngizokutshela mina my advice, I'll be very, only if it's really something you and your man can fix this. Yeah, I'll tell you, you can fix it. And if go wrong, no, you were wrong. Go wrong. Even if you come to me and tell me something that happened between you and somebody else, and you come to me and tell me in confidence, yazi ubanibani and I are fighting about it, kanje bese ngizokutshela ukuthi okay ne bona le situation yazi ukuthi wena bo wrong kuphi bo wrong la. I'm not here to come and validate your feelings ngento wrong. I am not TikTok. I'm not here to do that because that's what social media has done.
Yes.
People go there and tell stories so that they keep the narrative on the story and everybody else is just validating whatever they did to the other person.
Yeah, because your algorithm morphs into your beliefs.
That is so true.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Your algorithm will agree with you. That's what it is. You will consume whatever validates or strokes your ego.
Yes.
That's what social media is.
Ooh, child. You better say. You better say.
Maliba jazz.
Oh, let us exalt you. Oh, Nkosi yami. Maliba jazz
Oh, Maliba jazz kamala.
Wena ngani.
Oh,
Baba. Then I see. Wait, what were we talking about again?
Healthy friendships.
Yes, healthy friendships. So for me, what part of the criteria of a healthy friendship is us being able to fight.
Yeah.
Because if we don't fight, when it eventually gets to us fighting, we don't know how to handle it. It becomes too much to handle. And also, we need to be able to call each other out because if we don't, these things pile up and they create contempt, they create resentment. That's the word I'm looking for. They create resentment. And then when you finally have a major fight, then all of these things come back.
Yeah, and obviously, maungtshela kuzoba ngathi bongibhankile sho ukuthi
yeah,
this whole time.
Futhi wena
Yeah, ngalela langa wathi
22 wena wathi kimi in ngadala ngikubona vele ukuthi awukho right wena for mina. Yeah.
When you could have called it out then and there.
Then and there, it's very important to be able to do that. Now, if somebody does something that doesn't make you feel good about yourself or it just hurts you, let them know then and there. So that for me is healthy.
Yes.
Yeah, we need to be able to call each other. We need to be able to fight. But no good like it. Akungabe ukuthi yeah wena okusala imama yakho ushiso iCream. And umama kugwava.
Yeah. I can't believe she has futhi mara. In my previous life, I had a slick mouth. And yeah, Ishtando.
Unofuna ukuthi kugwava.
It's hard.
Ngoba beka cream, mara nawu creameleni. Ngiyazi ukuthi uzoyibukela le video. Why you creamer? Ubumuhle. Why you creamer?
Mina ngazi Angikhumbuli, angi-oni futhi. Angi-oni.
Okusala ushilo.
Angi-oni. The point of this is,
Yes.
don't fight dirty.
Yes.
Don't fight. Don't hit below the belt. Okay.
What do it?
We are fighting to save the friendship. Okay.
Do it if the other person is malicious too.
Oh
bro.
my God. Then why are you friends?
They take it to hell. If they take it low, take
Go
it to
under
hell.
the jail.
Yeah, but
Go
no,
under the
that
jail.
wasn't her friend though. That's why I'm saying that. If it's not your friend, if they take it low, you take it to hell. You hear me?
Under the hell.
Under the hell.
dungeon
what's
of hell.
lower than hell?
The dungeon, the basement of hell.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So yeah.
Yeah. Can't believe you reminded me of man.
I so
You
good
suck for that. You
No, I
suck for
don't.
that. You
No, I don't.
suck for that. What?
No, I don't. But also, I want you guys to remember, Uguti, you can have good friendships with people. People are not necessarily bad people. But you and your friend might be going through things. There might be things that you're both going through in your lives. And those things make you guys have unhealthy habits. Then, therefore, making that friendship bad for both of you.
Yes.
Doesn't mean that you guys are not good friends to each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think yes, there are toxic habits to healthy friendships. You can have certain toxic habits to good friendships. It's like even the slightest things that you wouldn't think about. Like we're overspending money. We
Together.
prioritize going to lunches every week when we could be doing something better. That's a toxic habit. Yes. Yes. Angeke ngithenge Ferrari mos.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Anyway,
it's not like izothenga Bentley.
Angeke
Oh,
sifake
asidle.
imali
Asidleni.
yakudla idla pizza.
Ah.
Yeah, I agree. There are things that, like you're saying, maybe like with the overspending with each other.
Yes.
There's better things that we can do with that money than to overspend that money. And I'm not saying don't go on lunches. If you can afford it, sure, go on lunches. But like, don't do it. Ngenxa yokuthi you need to go on this lunch.
Yeah.
Or you need to take pictures and yo. Do you know what I don't like?
What?
High maintenance friendships. Ooh, ah.
Yeah, it shouldn't be a friendship. A healthy friendship shouldn't be high maintenance.
It should njalo wena masihlangana kumele expend imali. Hayi.
No,
Ah,
that
yeah.
means that's not a friendship though. It's like every time you guys link up, there has to be liquor. Your
Yeah.
relationship is the liquor.
It's very
you
much
don't
based
have a
on the
friendship.
alcohol.
Yeah, that means you guys don't have a friendship.
That means we don't have a friendship because we can't bond. We can't be with each
It
other.
can't be organic and there's
sober-minded.
nothing happening.
Yeah.
Manje,
Yeah.
siyaporana, shukuthi,
Yeah.
there's no liquor, there's no, you know?
I hear you. And mina ngiyathanda ukuthi ngikwazi ukuthi mangihleli nomuntu, whether be it a romantic partner or family member or friend, ukuthi sihlale sithule. Like
Yes,
sithule.
you guys can even sit in silence. That's
Yeah.
the best friendship,
Oh.
best relationship
Oh my
ever.
God.
And
And
it not feel awkward. You're just sitting in
Yes.
silence.
And I love those so much because in as much as I think also people like tend to not believe me when I tell them that I actually don't speak a lot. I speak a lot when I speak because I ankulumi. Like I spend most of the week very quiet. Like
Yeah.
I am always quiet. Like ngiyathanda ukuthula at some point. Yes, I talk a lot. And I have people in my life who understand that. My mom understood that perfectly. Uti, like I will give them maybe an hour together with my family and then maybe in the whole week I'll give them an hour.
I
And
think it's the same with me.
yeah, you're the same actually. I know you're the same. So I love it when people can understand the fact that I do crave your presence. Ne?
Yes.
Marangfuni sikhulume. We don't have to talk. I just want to keep quiet.
With the wrong friendship. Thando seka mood.
Yeah,
Zimsukile lezinto zakhe. Seka snacks.
You know, it was even to the point where I remember, there was a relative that I visited, right, for the first time in Durban, and my mom was like, and the relative was like, my children are the same. And I was like, oh.
Thank God.
Oh, thank God.
But the difference is, it could be that you just want to be quiet. They are generally moody. Could be that.
And they're just like me, actually.
Could just be
They're
that.
just like me. They're
So
not
they
moody.
just don't want to say anything.
No, they just don't want to say anything.
Yeah, sometimes there's nothing to say.
And
There's nothing to say.
feel inside the awkward silences with words. We don't need to go do your own thing, man. Do
Live your
my
life.
own, and like
your life.
there's a friend of mine who'd come, like she would visit me. So that's like the friend in question that we've been talking
Yeah.
about. When we started living separate from each other, because actually we lived together, and then she moved to her place, I moved to mine. She'd come to see me. She'd sleep on the couch. I'd sleep in the bedroom. It's during the day. Have naps. Wake up. What are we gonna eat? I don't know. Okay. Or maybe you would find something to eat. Sile together. And I'd go back to the bedroom. She'd stay in the living room. She loved being not good being in bed. She just liked the couch for some reason. And it was nice to know she was there. That was it. Like, we didn't need to be in each other's spaces.
And do too much.
Yeah, that's cool. To figure, okay, what's new? That's great. Okay, sharp. I go sleep, she goes sleep. Or I'm busy on my phone, she's busy. And then at the end of the day, she'd go home. And that was great.
Yeah, and it was a good day.
And it was a good day. Even when she had moved back home. Like, she'd come, take a taxi, come to Joburg.
And chill. And go home.
And then go home. And it was so perfect. That was so perfect for me. I love that so much. I love it so much.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Okay, now lastly, let's get into how to make friends and how to maintain those friendships and how to keep them healthy. Do you have any new friendships? Do you know how to make friends? How do you make friends?
It's very difficult for me to make friends. And I'll tell you why. I have trust issues, number one.
And ufanele.
I have.
Ufanele.
And you know I'm always right. My gut when it comes to friends. Mine is yoga. I'm always right. One thing I know you
and
know.
You are never wrong about
I'm never
that.
wrong.
You're never. It is
About friendships, I can spot a snake a mile away.
And you can.
I can spot a snake.
You have very good discernment when it comes to that.
So it's harder for me to make friends because I only want meaningful friendship. I don't want frivolous, meaningless, superficial. You know?
Yeah,
I don't want redundance in my life. I don't like that.
And there's a girl that we both know who'd always have superficial friendships. I don't know
Of
if
course.
we've spoken about. Okay, so you know.
I
who it
catch
is.
it, of course. Yeah. Of course.
Her friendships were always so superficial.
Yes.
Or it was friendships where she stood to gain something.
Most of the time, she had a God complex. So she was the messiah in the friendship, and the group would gravitate towards her on the merit of pretty privilege.
Yeah. And pretty privilege is such a real thing now. I know because I experience it now. And one thing about it, I've learned I don't have to be conventionally pretty or beautiful to be beautiful.
We spoke about this.
Yeah, we did speak about it. But I want us to speak about this in another episode.
Of course.
Yeah, because it's a whole thing on its own.
Yeah.
Like, it's a story. It's gonna happen. Not today, Strike. I know you're tired. Not today. I know you won't guess it. You won't because I've never spoken to you about them. So you won't know
my
who it
gosh.
is. He's trying to
How I make friends. So, this is how I make friends.
That's where we were going with this. Yes.
This is how I make friends. No, it's very difficult for me to make friends. I like meaningful friendships, like I said. But I think I really need to really connect with you. And also, I put you on probation for a very long time.
That is necessary.
For years.
That's necessary.
And I hope for the best because I think my flaw is that I love so much and I'm so genuine
You are.
that sometimes I expect the same love and it doesn't happen that way. Yes. So I'm willing to move mountains for my friend or the person that I think we're establishing a friendship, whereas they want the casual friendship. Not meaningful friendship. So, it's quite difficult for me to make friends. Yes, do I have bonds? Sure. We can bond on different things. True. But meaningful, solid friendships, I think I've got about 5 friends at most. where I can say,
Fair.
you
Fair.
know what? I trust you with my life right
Yeah,
now. And you've
yeah,
proven
yeah.
time and time again
I
that
understand
you are a ride or die.
How many do I have?
Yo, eh.
No, I have them. I'm trying to see if I'm not forgetting anyone. Yeah, but like you should. So I'm going to unkhohlwa umuntu.
Just give a rough figure. Maybe, yeah, maybe it's me. Thando.
5, 6.
Thando, that took you too long.
No, when I'm saying shoot like my friendships lawa. What kind of friendships are they?
Took too long.
No, guys, I can't.
And it's fine. Yazi ungabi nabangani nakhona ku right.
Abanganing now. No, also another thing, my friendships are fine. They have different aspects to them. Like, for instance, I'm going to say my friendship with Striker, 1 is professional, 2 is spiritual, and 3 is a friendship outside of all of those things. You know, we can be available for each other emotionally. Spiritually, because we're going through the same journey spiritually. Professionally, because
You're in the same
professional.
industry.
Yes. Then I have a friendship like mine and yours.
Yeah.
It's friendship, like it's sisterhood. It's like yabo.
Yeah.
It's like then I have a friendship with Kat. It's like the same thing. It's
Yes.
the same friendship I have with you. I have a friendship with Sianda. 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 My friendship, Sianda guys is such a good gossip buddy.
You can tell he makes faces. You can tell. he's
Yeah!
good. When he gets good tea, he's like, "No, then what did you say?"
I skipped the manga. You know, it's
I
like,
get that vibe.
So I was trying to,
think
because
so.
I do have other friends where they have specific, I don't want to say duties or functions, but for the lack of a better word, let's say that.
Yeah, it's like what I said, that different friends,
They fulfill
you have
different
you have
purposes, yes.
different bonds with different people.
Yes. So I'm trying to, because I call Namanya bonding now, but it's not necessarily like, you know?
Yo.
Like, yeah.
Khona abantu that are social friends.
Yes. And
You go out
there is
together.
Nothing wrong with that.
No, there's nothing
it's
wrong.
okay to have that, because one thing about it, I'm also not that friend anymore. I mean, I can't do those things anymore. I can't. No, I literally can't.
Okay.
I do them.
Oh.
It depends on the space I'm going to.
Oh, so yavuma ukuthi uyadua.
Angwazi angisakhona ke catch up.
Oh. Ngoba uthando bitch! Thando bitch!
No.
Fame is too much now.
That's
Too
besides
much.
the point. That's besides the point. That's besides the point. Yes,
So famous. Thando bitch!
Nisdonsa ngapha nangapha guys ngicela nike ukungidonsa angimind ne baningangidonsi.
No, my favorite part is that basondela so like Thando.
Yeah.
Thando yazi ngithanda wena yo.
Thando.
Yeah.
Yo,
They're
wena.
breathing on you.
Manje
Yo,
uzosibiza
wena
nini
Thando.
sokhuluma?
Ngisiza nini lapho?
And then to be honest, I really love it. Like I love it. Marinkinga ungangisondeli kakhulu man. Guys, I don't like being touched.
Useyaphakama manje.
No, I really don't like being touched because I was violated when I was younger. So it's a boundary that I just said. I don't like being touched. My mom understood this. My mom didn't touch me. So y'all need to understand that when I don't want you to touch me.
I think at least ask before you invade
Yeah,
someone's space. I think
yes.
that's a better way. So
Yes.
let's role play quickly. Hi Thando. Oh, I know you from such and such a radio. Oh yeah,
Oh my
yeah. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy to see you.
Oh, I'm happy to see
Can I
you.
take a picture? Do you mind if I take a
I
picture?
don't mind, girl. I don't mind. Let's
can
take a
I
picture.
hug you?
Oh, yeah, oh my God.
I think that's.
Yeah, like, can I hug you?
Or maybe by default of taking a picture, you guys are already in each other's space, but don't come closer.
Yeah, ungangikhulumeli ebusweni.
Mara mabadagiwe, catch up dagiwe.
Babadakiwe. And yo ngingichaza manje ngithengela ama-shots and angeke
So ufuna ama-shots abantu mara
No,
ufuna
I'm
bakubambe.
just saying ukuthi angeke ngisawathatha. So please don't feel offended when I do. Athi usiyani ukhona for me because it's actually
Lahla siya.
Lelo.
Hi,
I'm
Tando.
saying-
Hi,
and I'm not
Tando.
taking the shots because it's not safe for me
It's
to do
not,
it.
though.
Yeah. Somebody actually told me. I was like, people like to buy me shots. And they're like, don't do that. Don't do that. But I'm shots was a ketchup or but still. it's not
Tando,
safe.
man! She's in
He's
the building!
So manje benginombuzo la.
Good Tando mesh.
Kuthando mesh.
Yes, yes.
Kuthando mesh.
Yes.
Njengoba tungawathathi, first question. Njengoba tungawathathi, is it because of what you're doing spiritually, or just bathi, I don't know, is it in a sense of like safety wise regarding mhlambe they may have spiked it, or
Yeah, it's a safety thing. It's a safety thing more than it is spiritual. Could be spiritual because abanye abantu, hey, basinax and this nyababona. That's a reason why I can't really go to places that are crowded like that.
Wait, I don't get it. You're saying it could be spiritual, but his question is it a spike issue? Is it a spiritual issue? So
And then
I
I
want you
said
to
at first,
expand on the
okay.
spiritual side. How could
Okay.
it be a
interview
danger?
manje, Joyce.
How could
Interview
it be? How could it be a danger?
Spiritual.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Number one, some people are monitoring spirits, right?
Sure.
And they monitor you so much so they know where you're gonna be,
Okay.
right? And then I catch target on my head. Well, now I know. I didn't know back then, but now it's easy for me to see these things.
Okay.
Kechapi, umele konen.
Yeah.
Yeah, nane ngiyafika. Oh my God, Tando Mesh, I know
Yes.
kunjani, what, they go crazy because obviously I love this for my ego.
Tando mesh.
I love this for
mean,
my ego.
obviously.
Yeah, yeah.
Obviously.
Uveze lo mhlathi. Kanti le shot yena angithengela yona bese ikhona le yiga master le yena I can kill.
Amadlibele dlang dlang.
Yabo.
Okay.
We can kill le yiga master le.
Okay.
Bese athi let me buy you ama shots. Uyahamba uyoba. Phela ngisho phuma yabo yiga master mos. Yeah. Wathenga kanjalo bese saqeqa obviously box. Bese
Yes.
abamba. Uza le. Glug. Ayi kanjalo nje sengibhebhi icathule emarobothini. Uyabo.
Oh my God. So let's just be practical. So someone, I'm the monitoring spirit, whatever. Tando mesh, shots. So is it a thing that goes maybe ngzoti and then touch it and then give it to you?
It could be that.
Or the intention?
Or there's always an intention with these things. Always. It's never immediate. So what is what? Yeah, I know I'm playing lawyer.
What's the purpose of monitoring spirit? What is that?
In monitoring spirit is somebody who's watching your every move to be able to stop you from to stop you from succeeding.
So now, purpose, yeah, its purpose. Ibizo umuntu, or is it just like a lingering spirit? Mhlambe yakubona ukuthi
It's not a
ngimthandela,
specific.
or-
It's not necessarily a specific spirit that someone.
I think-
monitoring spirits or something.
This is what I think. I could be wrong.
Okay.
I think monitoring spirit could be a person or it could be an object
Yes.
planted to
Yes.
surveil you.
Yes.
The point of it monitoring, it's to monitor. Camera lo muntu.
Yes, it's
So it
CCTV.
could be you as a person, a physical human being, or an entity.
It could be a bird. It could be
Oh,
a spirit.
shit.
It literally, okay, a spirit. It could be, yeah, it could come in.
Yeah, it can manifest in different things.
Yes.
That's what I
Oh.
think.
Yes.
Okay.
Recently, I had one. I was talking to you actually on the phone. On the phone.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, because there was actually something happening, and it came in the form of an animal, and I was like, oh, okay. What you doing here? I'm not.
Not gonna find
Yeah,
anything.
like as some tools, like it's gotten to a point where these things don't. Well, they can't scare me because I still have more work to do when it
Yeah.
comes to these things, you know. But like Angsatu, like, and now I know how to handle these things. Angsa, oh my God.
So
Bad spirits.
izamuyichazela like mina so umjita nje angithola ongazigenisi sifandile izinto. What are they like signs or I don't want to say symptoms, but like
But
a
yeah.
sign or abonayo.
Or would you have a monitoring
Let's say
spirit?
ukuthi yeah, nah, monitoring
Okay,
spirit.
I'll give you one. I'm sure you see how you see life. I told you this as well.
Yes.
You see how you see life. You
Yeah.
see it in first person mode. You know,
Yeah,
like more like a Call of Duty.
Yeah.
First person shooter.
Yeah.
Mode.
I love that example.
That's how you see it.
You're explaining to a boy.
I am. So you see things like this. You can't see yourself, but you can see your limbs. You can see what you're doing. You can see what you're touching, right? So now the minute you see yourself in this view,
From
you can
eagle
see-
view.
Yeah, you can see yourself. All of you.
If not to Google TV,
Scabs, have you ever really seen
and you
your
see
face?
yourself through the TV.
Yeah, you see yourself on the screen. It's like it's a movie that's playing. And you can see yourself walking. Have you ever seen yourself? Have you
You
realistically?
mean like in a mirror?
No. In real life, born. Can you see yourself?
You
right
can't.
now?
Okay,
you can't
no,
see
I
yourself.
can't.
Exactly.
I can't,
So
yeah.
now, let me explain this. Poop. In a dream, you're supposed to see things like this, the way that you see them in real life. So now,
Got you.
immediately,
Okay, yeah.
when you can see yourself playing as a movie, that could be I'm not saying it necessarily is, it could be a sign that
Konong tsarid.
khona ofuna ukubona ukwenzakalani.
okay,
And not-
that makes sense.
ukhumbule ukuthi a lot of messages are delivered in our dreams, right? Because
Yeah.
that's like it's a sacred time. Like that's when you are the only person that's supposed to know your dreams. Anyeke abantu bakini bafika bathi, like in the physical, okay, for me bayafika, but in the physical form for just like a normal Tom, Dick and Harry, it's like nomfundo yazi ukuthi usiyanda ubusy.
No.
Or
No.
nomfundo lendlela ahamba ngayo is not the one.
Yeah, I don't think
Yes.
a lot of us can take that.
Yes.
No.
No, it's a very.
Yeah,
Believe
nah.
me, when the first
Yeah.
time it happened to me,
I think it's a gentle.
Yo.
I think dreams are a gentler approach.
Yes.
Ngoba imagine ulele vumbu.
now
Your
Yeah,
leg
yeah.
falls forward.
What do you mean?
No.
it happens to me the way. But the first, I have to say, the first time it happened, yeah, I couldn't sleep for days. I had to sleep with the lights on.
But like for regular folks.
Yeah, for regular folks, yeah, I
Nah.
don't think I can handle that.
Angeke, there's no way.
I don't think I can handle that. Yeah,
And you
but
know when Tando explained that, she told me at night.
yeah, in the AMs,
What?
in the AM.
Yeah,
I was
she can't be the
disturbed.
only one that suffers.
I was
disturbed.
I'm sure
man.
me dying Tuesday.
We are told. So
Yeah.
also foreign is just
Yeah.
normal
So
thing.
did I answer your question?
Yeah.
Sort of.
Yeah.
ne?
You answered it
Yeah.
perfectly.
Yeah. Okay. Siyabonga. Siyabonga.
Siyabonga.
Awu
Nice,
siyabonga,
nice.
siyabonga. And yazi ukuthi besikuphi. Besikhuluma ukuthi ama-friendships ayenziwa kanjani. And I have to give you my piece of the part, my part of the that.
Yes, of how you make
Of
friends
how I
or
make
whatever.
friends.
Mm.
I don't make friends. They make me. I'm Tando Mesh.
Ha!
I'm joking.
Impagamo! Ha!
Like a
Impagamo!
superstar.
Ho!
Like a superstar.
What's a pagamo?
But on the real, I don't want to say I'm shy because I don't think I'm shy anymore. I think I've grown out of my shyness. But
Yeah.
I'm a reserved person in
Sure.
general. Angeke ngize ngikuphaphele ngingakwazi. So and usually when people speak to me in public, it's because they approached me. And
Okay.
engage as long as you're respectful. The
Yes.
minute you start disrespecting ngizotula and I'll just
Disengage.
disengage.
Yeah.
Yes. But the way that I have, the friends that I have that I knew, it's not like Bani, we won. Or we won. And ngihlangane naye through Kat, my friend, and that's how I met Ulindo. And we're sort of building a bond. So far I like where it's going, yabo. But I don't think I'm somebody that makes friends.
Yeah.
Yabo. Maybe like I get into a new space, whoever I bond with, it's because they came to me. And
I think this is what I think. It's easier for you to make friends than compared to me. I'll explain why. You are more charismatic and open. So you exude openness. When I show up, the first thing when I walk in, especially, okay, let me not make it a gender
you're
thing.
very stoic.
It looks like it's kind of intimidating. You don't know if I'm a good person or not. You're not sure what you're going to get.
So you're stoic.
it's-
Ooh.
So I don't give you much to work on. Yes, when you show up and you're smiling and you're hopping around, you're doing the most. I don't do
Yes,
that.
and when I
Yeah.
greet people, I greet them with a smile.
Yes.
And I want to make sure, like, even though people don't afford me the same thing, I will get to maybe a cash and I'm like, so do I enjoy it? Like,
Hi, Sisi. Hi. Yeah. Nah.
Plastic. And with the previous customer, they were smiling. They were having the time of their lives. Mina ngiyakubulisa sisi yini. Umama would actually like, sisi sawubona kunjani.
Nah, my mama was
Siyaphila.
intimidating.
Yo.
Your mom was
Bekangajwayeleki and mara wena bowumphaphela. And you are the only one.
I got away with it.
And I feel like she also understood the kind of person that she was. My mom was a teacher. She understands different types of personalities with children. So I think that's how she took it. But also,
I remember when you said, when the first time I met her, and then the next day, yes, mama, uthi, uyangibuza uthi, uyapapa lo mngani wakho na?
And it wasn't. And the first time you meet my mom, by the way, if you go and skip us, I pride it's not my pipi.
I can't believe I did that.
That time, umama womthandazo.
I walked in with a penis shirt on
Utisha
to meet Tando's mom. Okay, did she notice?
I don't think so.
Maybe she did. I don't know.
I
was
don't
wearing
think
that
so.
shirt.
She would have mentioned it. Wethando awungitshele yini manje leskipe esigqoke umngani wakho yini lena hawu kwanje what did she call it?
What, a penis?
Yeah. I'm sure she had a lot of words for it, but one that really stuck with me was Inkombandlela. How? Ini. Oh, I miss you so much. But like, yeah, it was.
Oh, you're getting teary.
Guys, I am.
Oh,
okay, it's one of those days.
You're so cute.
I am, aren't I?
You can cry. Okay, yeah, you can cry.
Yeah, like she was. My mom was funny in as much as she was like very intimidating and strict. And she was funny. She had a lot of jokes. Like
Yeah.
And sometimes the jokes would catch me off guard, especially when they were sexual jokes. Like when you'd see like somebody who's shaped weirdly, and then she'd say, "Hey, awucabange nje usumbone enqunu." Samakhize. Uthi manje. Uthi manje.
How?
We digress. This is Kalinje. Like, yeah. So, yes, you were saying I'm bouncy, I'm flowy, and all of that.
Yes.
So, it's easier for people
Yes.
to sort of
You
gravitate
exude
towards
openness.
me.
Yes.
It's easy for people to gravitate towards me
Yes.
because of that. And, you know, sometimes, usually when I make bonds with people who are trying to be friends, they end very quickly because, yes, I'm nice and I'm not confrontational sharp, but angizwani no dodi. Like, honestly, to be honest, and I know that people don't understand, but angizwani no dodi. And among dodi, I will disengage. That's my response to it because I can tell when somebody does something envy, but it's not necessarily them. It's just they got papa in that moment and we can actually fix it. And I can tell when somebody does something,
Yeah.
and angikho ke emudini ukuthi ngibhizi correct my behavior abantu abadala.
Dalanga.
We are
Not
going,
here to parent you.
yeah. So that's I guess how I make friends.
Yeah.
But I maintain my friendships by being a good friend to my friends and trying to try to understand where they are at that particular time in their life, because your friend won't always be the same person. Like, and they won't always show up as the same person. Like,
Sure.
yeah, sometimes you show up and you're not in the best of, or or there's something going on in your life, ne? And it's making you act a certain way. I need to understand why you behave kanje, and I need to understand how to approach that. Yabo. So I think that's what's kept us going. Well, us, I mean me and my friendships respectively. That's what has kept us going. And they're also very understanding. I think a perfect example I can make is of Usbabazo. There was a time, I didn't tell you to in the past 2 3 years.
Yeah.
I didn't tell. Like I was so far gone and I didn't even realize. And Umuntu who was patient with me, Swat was very patient with me when that happened. In a sense, she gave me time. She cooled off. She gave herself time as well.
Okay.
She went to go and cool off because I did something that made her so angry.
Yeah.
And then you understand why I kwatile. And again, for me, it was yeah, I don't have the mental, I don't have the capacity. We don't have the capacity. I don't have the capacity. We
do not have the capacity
to be a good friend to her at that time. And and I think she understood that. And once she had cooled down, she was like, "Hey, where are you? Come here. I want to see you."
Yeah.
She took me out, and we spoke about why I was like that. Number one, why were you behaving like this?
Yes.
And then I apologized. I didn't say I'm sorry you feel that way. I apologized for my behavior because saying wrong. Why? Because she gave me space to breathe. And
to reflect. Yes.
And to reflect. Wrong. And I'm really sorry that I behaved that way to you. And this is the reason why I behaved like that. And I have not written my wrongs. I can't say righted my wrongs, but I've made my wrongs right. Let me say that. I've made my wrongs right. And yeah. So that is... I lost the word. But that's how I've managed to maintain my friendships, to give grace. To give grace
the word.
To my friends because they're humans. What do you want to say? Wow. To give grace to my friends and understand that they are humans just like myself and also experiencing things. I'm not the only one that goes through things.
Nobody has answers.
Exactly. Nobody has all the answers.
Yes.
How have you maintained your friendships?
I think, like I said, understanding that everybody will make mistakes, they will fall short. People go through seasons. People react differently. We're all going through things for the first time.
True.
We're figuring it out. There's no manual to this thing. So it's about affording people that grace. Think also in communicating effectively.
Yes.
I don't want to communicate for the fun of it. We can't be going back and forth on a stupid topic. You spilled water on me. Okay, and then what? My pants are wet. And then what?
Sorry.
You know?
So
it's, yes, I want to be able to be open with my friends. I want to be able to call them out, like I said, and them not take it personally, or I not take it personally. And also think the best of them. Until they prove me wrong, I think the best of you as my friend. Once you've proven me wrong, then it's a different story.
Okay.
Then we can have a conversation, if there can be a conversation.
If there is a conversation to be had.
Yes, because there's certain things that are just unforgivable.
Yeah.
There's certain things you can't come back
like
from.
if you're calling me out of my name and you're assassinating my character.
We can't come back from that. There's certain things you can't come back from.
We cannot.
The second you're defaming my character.
Yeah. When I have been defamed.
You have been shamed. One negelwa izu.
Oh, for hey. Ooh. Hayi ngibuyongibonisa nina.
Wena wafakwe emnqamlezweni. Angihleka. Uyahleka actually nah.
Eloy.
Oh, wathi
banginikeza ivinika ehlangane nenyongo. Yazi hayi nibuyongiduletha nina shem. And it's okay. Mina guys. And one thing to conclude this, here's what I'm going to say. In as much as I have been through a lot with friendships, and I have been betrayed, and I've been hurt in the most unimaginable ways, and I have also hurt in the most unimaginable ways. I've never betrayed anybody in a friendship. Ungalingeke futhi nje ngazi betrayed.
Kuma comment section.
Betrayed. Mina wangibetrayed. No, I have hurt you absolutely. I've been hurt.
Yes.
I have been betrayed. And in the most unimaginable ways. But I still value friendship more than anything. Because one thing about it, that's the family that you choose for yourself. You can't choose your actual family. You can cut them off, but they're still within your DNA. With friends, I can cut you off. I can pick and choose who I want in my circle.
Yes.
And the concept of friendship, wow.
Beautiful.
What a concept.
It's beautiful.
It is so beautiful.
It's beautiful, and it's necessary.
Very.
Every person needs a village around them, and a
Absolutely.
village that you handpicked yourself. So it's people that are actually good for you. People that set your soul on fire, people that understand you, people that are there to comfort you, people that make room for you, people that speak good of you also.
Yes,
It's just
yes.
good. It's a good stimulation
It
to
is.
have. It's necessary.
It's nice to feel loved. And
Yes.
there's some sense of validation with humans when other people love us.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God, Sienna.
So profound. Oh, so
I just keep listening.
In the words of Tando Mesh. In the words of Tando Mesh.
So what's your conclusion on friendship?
Yes, friendship is a beautiful experience. Friendship, you form incredible bonds. There's people that are friends and their children become friends. You guys even consider each other as cousins eventually because you get so close that the friendship just blurs into a family unit. That's beautiful to see
It
because
is very beautiful to
you
see.
get to create a village of people that
Yeah.
actually have your best interest at
Interest at
heart.
heart.
Because not everyone that is in your family has your best interest at heart.
and the very
Yes, not everybody has their best interest
that
at
is
heart.
so true.
So
That
when
is
you're
so true.
able to, because there's always the saying that your family, you create your own family. So friendship is beautiful. It's
Very.
necessary. It's amazing. You know, when you sit alone and you reflect and you look at the friends that you have in you and you feel confident, it actually boosts your mood that I
does.
actually have good friends.
Yes, and you know that
I
your
actually
friends-
have good friends.
Somebody said to me, this thing of bringing your man in front of your friends, guys, I don't have friends that would do me
No,
like that. I do
no, I've
not.
never had that issue as well.
I do not, and I have never had friends that would do me like that.
Yeah.
Ngeke. Ngine confidence nize ningitudethe. Ngiyemsamo yonibika. Nize ningitudethe.
Yotshela flow.
Ngiyotshela uFlow ukuthi ha nabo-ke Flow uzadila nani the best way she sees how futhi mina guys angizalwa ibhari nikwazi ke lokho mina
Period.
listen here. But anyway,
Period.
thank you guys for tuning into this episode. If you've gone to the end, in the comment section drop a pink heart. Ngizobona ukuthi ubani ohlalile. I'll see who stayed. But don't forget to subscribe. Do leave me a comment. Just leave some comments. Just comment. Even if you can leave multiple comments, I'll read them. Striker will respond. Even though I also have access to the channel, but Striker will respond. He'll tell me when. He'll tell me what's in
Yeah.
He'll tell me. But yeah, subscribe, like, comment, and share. And please do come back next time. Also, please go and check out all the other podcasts that we have. We've got Polo at the Pause with Novich, the MC. It's your boy Novich. It's your boy quality character. Novich, the MC, and welcome to Polo at the Pause. He's on that one. He's with Usku, Mama's boy. If you want to be cool, come and join my cult. Then we've got Uslay, the iPhone plug. What's your name? I thought you were mine. Oh God.
Oh my gosh.
Call me when you get this.
Oh my
Also,
gosh.
Do check out Members Only podcast and also check out Sunday School podcast. And that concludes the episode. Bye, friends. Sorry. Utholakala msisi.
Tholakala around. Yazi ngomkhona ngiyabangenelela. Ngilokhu ngiyabangenelela. Yazi ngilokhu ngiyabangenelela. Instagram nomfundo_gama_SA. Yeah, ngidlala Instagram phela. That's it. I don't care to be on any other platform. Thank you. Mwah. Bye.
Instagram kuphela. Oh my God, thank you so much for coming.